How's it going, mates? This is Mrjacharles. We're back with Monster Sweethearts. Sweethearts behind the scenes. Behind the hearts of the sweethearts, if you will. Not long to go. I know there's some vampire drafts, and there's some other stuff that we might do as well. But yeah, previously, we were just looking at some behind the scenes stuff, and I was really interested in this. I wanted to properly explore it. I didn't want to make this one huge video that just showed everything off. I wanted to kind of like, take my time. So, we're continuing with that. Anyway, but enough about vampires, let's go on to the impure of the group. Okay, so now we're talking about Line, our dear friend here. The one that didn't get any fair treatment because she didn't get to dance with me. Line went through many designs and alterations throughout the development. At the start, she was a demon that grew horns. She would have looked good with some horns, actually. I mean, I like the way her mouth just opens up and just reveals just rows of teeth, like the new Jaws. But the horns would have been nice. I don't know, and I also preferred her old clothes, because she had like that rebellion kind of demonic symbol, although maybe that would have been a trigger warning, I was like, I don't know. This was later changed to some sort of alien race. Well, that would have been a very bad idea. The line in the common root, English is not my first language, was in reference to her alien language. Oh, I didn't even realise. Okay, so that's a thing. So does that explain why, she knows binary because she's an alien? I'm so glad she's a demon. That just wouldn't have suited it. I mean, I know like you could do an alien pathway, but I don't know. Would she probe Jaylene with her finger? Okay. When she was still an alien, she had a friend named Alexis. Alexis. So I don't know why that made me cough my throat. Maybe it's my iPad instincts there. Being like, no, don't say that name because it's bad for you. That was taken away. Or the same one that broke her jaw. Later on in the route, you find out that she was turned into a virus that corrupts people. That sounds kind of fun, actually. In the bad end, Line still eats you, but her alien race was running rampant in Blackwood, killing people along with Jaylene being eaten alive. There's something oddly vibrant about this. I don't know, I'm not a huge fan of aliens, I'll admit that. But, I don't know. It sounds a bit more fun than the ending we got, because it was just like Mrs. Jackson being like, hey, I'm a bitch. I'm also Jaylene's mum. And I thought, yeah, but you just came out of nowhere. I don't know, I didn't really get along with Miss Jackson as a villain. But throughout her route, you would teach her to human correctly. Yes, okay. And understand Earth culture. To human correctly. I don't know, human was a doing word, a verb. One thing I remember thinking of was Line not knowing how to eat properly. Okay. Her and Jaylene were in the cafeteria before Jaylene knew she was an alien, and Line was trying to eat in front of her to show she's human. And how did that go? I mean, she doesn't look human to me. Look at that. Look at that hair. Look at that neck thing. What's that? So I'm just trying to bully her because she steals lunch money from Bay. She put the tater tots into her soda, then dunked her corn dog into the soda, then she eats it along with drinking the soggy tater. That sounds horrible. Well, great, now that's going to be on my mind all day. What a fun idea! I wanted to try other things in her route. And that was probably the best idea you had. I wanted Line to be the bad boy of the game. That would definitely worked. She ripped someone's head off. And she got away with it. So, I mean, I guess if it was a woman, then a different story altogether. But, if you read Line's route before the update, you would know she would have gotten violent with Jaylene. Okay, but since she was a romance option, I didn't want her to put her hands on Jaylene. So I just made her into an asshole instead, because I didn't want to fall into those bad boy tropes. I mean, that's fair, and I think it's a fair move not to attack Jaylene, because that might have been a bit much. But Line still committed murder, and got away with it. I'm interested that that was still in the plot. Okay. I wanted her to still be that annoying, obnoxious person, even after you make her kinder, since she feels more realistic. Yeah, that was a good move. People don't do 180 in personalities, so while she treats people with more respect, she will still read adult stories to kids just because it's funny. Her route was also there to explain the reason for the school's existence and why Jaylene has a bad heart. Oh, right, because of because she was a demon as well, an impure or something. That worked out. And at least we found out that, Jaylene was a monster sweetheart all along. During when I first posted Monster Sweethearts back in late 2019, I was planning on cutting her route out. Well, I'm glad you didn't, because I liked Line. I liked Line, I just didn't like her plot. But then I lose my outlet to explain everything, so I kept her, but that doesn't mean I don't like her, I do. No, me too. It's just a pain to write 6 stories, and I was tired of writing by then. I mean, I can kind of see that going forward. Don't get me wrong, Blake's playthrough was really good. Lines, there was a certain tiredness to it. But, to be fair, you wrote, epics like Xanth and Lyle and Well, you say Victoria. I think Victoria was alright, but, you know, I can kind of see that this did take a toll on you, Lonely. Kind of why I admire the game so much. Okay, onward to the side characters. Do I recognise any? Well, I recognise all of them. None of them stick out, although there's something wrong with Taylor's eyes. They're just green. Her skin has fused with her eyes. That's nice. Let's start off with everyone's favourite Blake. I'm more a Sierra fan myself, but maybe I'm just strange. Blake was supposed to never have a route. Well, fair. She was meant to crush on Jaylene no matter the route she's in, and act as a support for Jaylene. One fun fact is that while drawing her, I had a problem with drawing her hair correctly. That actually makes a lot of sense. I don't know if there's like a more of a complexion to her hair, but her hair certainly looks a little more like, so it's not like plain like Lexi's, but it's not like all over the place like Taylor's or Cassandra's. I'm not calling her the sheriff. I know she's the sheriff, but she's always going to be Cassandra. Okay. Oh, jeez. It looked oily, like she didn't shower. So in the game, I was going to put that she doesn't shower, but this was later changed since I drew her hair in a way where she looks fine, and she does look mighty fine. She was also intended to have glasses, but I thought it looked weird. To be fair, it doesn't look terrible, but no, I kind of see what you mean, especially when like the eyes kind of overlap. I've seen some animes do it, and sometimes it works, but you know, it's a kind of a taste thing. I was not expecting people to like her as much as people do, or that people would actually request her route. I don't blame them for actually doing that, to be honest. Her route went through many changes since it wasn't planned. Later, I will show you some of the things I will talk about. In her route, you would get flashbacks of her being a kid with her friends Brody and Kelly. Okay, that's fair. You know, here's a thing that didn't come up and they might bring up in a minute. Blake's sister. That was never addressed again. It's like, oh, I have a sister. And then Jaylene thinks that, oh, she's dating her sister. And then, like, she just drops out the plot. So what was up with that? Okay, cool. Blake would have a huge crush on Jaylene, but Jaylene wouldn't remember her. She also thought Blake was a boy when they first met. Blake would be 14, Jaylene 18. Okay. Why does that sound illegal? It's not, or maybe it is, because she's, like, underage, but, you know, they're not doing... I guess they are in this playthrough, but... no, I mean, I guess if they were like 10 years older, it wouldn't be bad, would it? But I felt it didn't really add anything besides a cute Will baby Blake. So I made it where you could switch to Jaylene POV, which, you know, was confusing, but I've got to admit, these both felt like main characters of the game. It was like a Dante and Virgil thing going on here, except with lesbians. I love Blake, and I'm really happy that people wanted her to have a route, though I wish I'd thought of that first, since I would have just had Lyle, Bay, Vic, and Xanthus route, with Blake being the fifth one. I mean, to be fair, I liked Lines. I mean, I wasn't a huge fan of it, but I liked Lines' playthrough. I mean, Line was a cool character. You can also carbon date when I drew this Blake by the old lesbian lipstick flag that was later replaced by the sunset flag. Okay. Going on Lexi and Sierra was made as polar opposites, so conflict would happen at the house that wouldn't involve the love interests. I didn't even realise that they were mirrors of each other when you think about it. One's a complete child and one's a complete adult. And one's, you know, straight and a villain, and one's a bisexual, and, you know, the basic hero, the comedy of the play. It's not a play, but, you know. I wanted to make it more how real relationships work. Your life doesn't revolve around them. Okay. Oh, okay. Drawing designs. Here's one of the first concept arts I ever drew for the game. I mean, is that meant to be Sierra at the top? Sierra's looking pretty sexy with her, like, incomplete eye. I'm just saying. I love it. Lexi looks angry as fuck. I like Jaylene in this one, though. And was Taylor meant to be a roommate? Taylor, Lexi, and the sheriff stayed the same, while Sierra looks really different. So does Blake. Wait, one of these are meant to be Blake? Is Blake meant to be the middle right one? Or the bottom left one? Because I thought the middle right one was going to be Jaylene, but okay. Blake took me a long-ass time to draw her hair. Yeah, I noticed. This is pretty much it. We'll go on to the cut content. The next segment is going to be random stuff I wrote that I cut in no particular order. You'll also see the very first draft of the common route. Be warned, this is before I fix the typos and all that. If you want to know why this game had so many typos, read this and you'll know why. I type way too fast and read too fast. Horrible combination. I mean, I type fast. I kind of read fast. I kind of just read whatever, and like if I don't hear it, fine, fuck it, on to the next sentence. I mean, you just got to get the most out of life, am I right? But that's fair enough, I guess. You just needed a decent editor. I heard that Lonely got an editor, but they were crap. Or they went off somewhere or something. Which, you know, there was a lot of text, and like I don't blame someone if they say they can do it and then they don't, but still, it's just a bit sad. Also, you can skip reading the common route, just skip till there's a background, then you can read the other cut content. Okay, but thank you for reading this far. At any time, I want all the content, please. Game starts with a scene of passing... Oh, good, there's narratives. Now this does feel like a play. Game starts with a scene of passing through woods with a welcome sign saying, "Welcome to Blackwood Falls," and fades into black with white text saying, "You have always forgotten the ones that left you there to starve, and me, the one who saved you. But even now, though you need me like before, you dismiss me. Nonetheless, I'll help you, I guess. You will be left starving no more." Is that meant to be like the text that appears at first? Because at first it's like all this kind of random text that you can't make sense of. But is that what the text was originally going to be? I kind of like the signpost thing as well. Like, Blackwood, like, it slowly becomes somewhere where it feels like a central hub that really defines this game. Like, at first, you don't really notice it because you're like, oh, lesbians, please. But the one thing that persists is Blackwood as a place, and I kind of really like that. The signpost just sounds appropriate. But, you know, it's fair if you cut it out. Maybe there's just, you know, a lot of drawing. A staggering beeping rings in my head as, awoken from slumber, my head stinging with pain. I stare up above me towards the bottom of my roommate's bunker, not wanting to get up at all. The beeping stops without my interference, and I'm too tired to wonder why, but grateful. I think about what the day has for me and what possessed me to have chosen morning classes. Wait, you chose morning class? Well, this is a plot twist! Why would you choose... No, wait, didn't they already say this in one of the first episodes? I vaguely remember that. It's still a dumb idea, though. Never choose morning classes, you can get lions. Well, I'm debating whether to off myself now, nice, or to get up to live life. I feel a presence to my left. Yeah, sometimes when I don't want to get out of bed, I just want to die as well, I guess. Sprite of Sierra in expression and pose rising from the bottom. Gah! Sierra! Even as I scramble to the corner of my bed, she just stays staring up at me, observing. Sierra was the second person I met when moving into this sobriety house. So, okay, even then she acted the same as now. Fucking weird. What the hell are you That would have been a more fun introduction of Sierra, to be honest. I mean, at first you kind of get that she's childish and stuff, and I always like that iconic, like, pointing finger thing. Which, I made that the first image of this Let's Play because I just thought that really just spoke what kind of game I was in for. Something that's silly, but fun and cheeky, and of course it's going to be orientated around the female life. But that's why I chose that picture. That's a fun fact about this channel, I guess. What the hell are you doing? She continues to stare and sniffs the air. Sprite is now in pose expression. You used a different body wash when you showered last night, and it disturbed me from my own sleep. Wow, what a way to be creepy, annoying, and offensive all at the same time. If it bothered you that much, you could just waited to tell me and not pull a trick to get back at me. So, why did they trademark coulda with a euro sign? Does Lonely now own the word could? Or coulda? Or, you know, anything with could in it now? Well, you know, she can do that. She'll make a lot of money. I don't know how she'll chase everyone up, though. What? That was what I was doing. I was waiting for you to wake up. What do you think I was sitting here for? Alright, that's a bit creepy. You can be so dense sometimes, Jalen. Oh yeah, because that was her original name. I forgot, but that was discussed last episode. I half into a sigh, wondering how I even got into this sorority house. Just whatever move so I can get dressed. Does that mean you're changing your body wash, Jalen? Yeah, sure, whatever, damn. Or damn. I grab a pair of clothes I stacked the night before and head for the bathroom, hearing a little victory yelp from behind me. Still childish as ever then. But as I head over to our shared one bedroom, or bathroom even, I bump into Lexi. Oh, thank God, you trademark again. Now Lonely's trademarked you. Now we can't use that. I have to pay like £1 or something, or $1 to Jalen, to Lonely, because she's trademarked the word you now. You're okay. I've got to pay another $1 now. Me and Blake thought Sierra finally snapped when you screamed. That's another $1. Lexi gleams with a warm smile. Okay, sorry, did I miss something? A warm smile. That doesn't sound like Lexi at all. There's something wrong here. She was one of the first girls I met when first coming to Blackwood U, and her father is a wealthy, powerful man, which makes me wonder why she is in Blackwood at all. This place is a mere ghost town compared to where she comes from. Okay, so she's like a rich city girl? Well, it doesn't really say it there. It's a rich country girl still. Or like a rich town girl, if you will. But, okay, so she had a wealthy dad. That's interesting. But nonetheless, Blake made breakfast for us downstairs. I'm brought back to from my thoughts, and before I can respond, Lexi cointoos. Lexi coin twos. That's a new word as well. Lonely's basically like the Shakespeare of our age. She just makes up words left and right. It's amazing. And they just seem so warped and crazy. So now if you excuse me, Sierra took a bite. Wait, what? So now if you excuse me. But what did she do? I can respond, Lexi continues. Oh, okay, is this what Lexi's saying? Oh, okay, I guess. Sorry, I thought that this was something that Jaylene was thinking for some reason. Or Jalen. It'd help if, like, the characters were up or something in this white screen. Because now I can't tell whether this is a narrative thing or, like, a talking thing. But I won't make a big thing about it. It's just, I prefer it that way. Because I am a man and I like ruining things. So now if you excuse me, Sierra took a bite out of my lipstick, like candy. And now I have to prepare for a manslaughter charge. Okay. She walks past me, and I hear the starts of arguments unfolding behind me. I continue on my way to shower and head downstairs freshly dressed. I see Blake behind the kitchen counter, scrolling through her phone. As my footsteps near, she turned to look at me, a bright smile plastered on her face. Blake being the last person I met a year ago, she's the most tolerable. I guess third time's a charm. I mean, does that make sense? I mean, I suppose it's the third one you've mentioned, but if you're just living with them, are you going to think that? Like, if you all kind of just collaborating together all of a sudden, do you, like, count them? I don't know. Good morning, Jalen. How did you sleep? The other girls didn't give you too much trouble, did they? Well, they probably did. Ah, no, just Sierra being Sierra. And Lexi, well, I don't know how to describe her. Well, she has a warm smile. But she's a bitch, so what is she meant to be now? Blake laughs at that smile, full of bright teeth. Like, shining, like, blinds Jaylene. Before I can come up with any further comments, feet are heard running down the stairs. Blake, Jalen, tell this creature what she did wrong was wrong. Who said that? Again, like, I don't have the characters up, but they also don't have any names in the boxes. So I know, obviously, this must be, like, a speech thing. But again, who's saying stuff? So is this Sierra, I guess? Because it's not Lexi. It doesn't sound like Lexi. I said I was sorry, Lexi. No, wait, hold on. Tell this creature... So it was Lexi that said it. Okay, cool. I mean, again, it's a draft, so I shouldn't complain, but still. Lexi is now holding Sierra by the ear with said captive, struggling to get away. Blake just smiles and turns to me, while Sierra and Lexi are still arguing to themselves. Go ahead, all. Take care of this mess for you today, but you owe me a diner. Yeah, you owe me a whole restaurant, if that's okay with you. Done and done. Okay, well, if we have that much money, maybe it's Lexi that's going to provide the diner, so we might not have to worry about that. As I leave them, just happy to be out of the house of chaos, and also regretting having classes. Right? I travelled down the battered road from years of being used. It's a long but brisk walk down to the university. After a few minuted, I reach the sign. Sorry, I thought the game was on drugs before. Like, but this is just like... It feels like the game has gone from, smoking a bit of cannabis once in a while to just swallowing, like, kilograms of crystal meth. And I know that would kill a normal elephant, but this game can take it. This game's just going for it. After a few minuted, I reached the sign. So does that mean, like, someone was, like, writing minutes of this whole thing or some shit? That's the only way the word minuted could make any sense in that use. But it doesn't make sense because no one was speaking. She's just walking down a road. What's happening? Oh, this is beautiful. Blackwood Center, with the university not too far. This university didn't exist, but a year ago, the only freshly built structure in miles. Blackwood Falls, the town itself is decades old, used to be a mining town till an accident left, everyone scurrying back to safer lands and others deceased. But as time went on, things settled, but the population went from to something little more than a hamlet. Okay, so I just choked there again, maybe I was tempted to use the word Alexis. I'm going to end the episode here. Now, I didn't actually expect this behind the scenes things to take long. I thought it'd just be characters, designs, done. But there's a common route here, and they also mentioned there's Xanth routes. So I'm going to cling on to the hope that I can still reach 100 episodes. It's going to be a bit of a reach, admittedly, and I may even have to, like, simulate something just for the sake of it. But I'm determined to get 100 episodes if it is in my power to do something about that. But yeah, if you want to play the game for yourself and discover this common route, the behind the scenes, now you know where they are, there will be a link to the game in the description down below. And without further ado, it works from you, till next time. See ya!